Hello, I'm Therese. I am a nurse and a yoga instructor and a distributor for Lifevantage. Welcome. We are going to be talking about how to fall into health and wealth. So Lifevantage is the company that I found about 4 years ago. Like I told you, I'm a nurse and I am very skeptical about supplements, products that people are, especially, network marketing type products, right? I want to see evidence. I want to see not just a person telling me, oh, this works really great, you should try it. I want to see the research. And when I was first introduced to Lifevantage and some of their products, I was blown away by the science that was in this company. We have peer-reviewed studies on supplements, and I say that in quotes because we fall into the supplemental category according to the FDA, but we are really in a new category, in a category called activation. So let's jump right in and start talking about what is this activation. Activation is actually activating your cells to do the work that they're supposed to do, the work that they did when we were younger, right? In our 20s and our 30s, when everything worked great. And we didn't have aches and pains. We didn't have wrinkles. We didn't have all of these diseases happening because our body was functioning optimally. And then as we get older, things don't work as well. Well, one of the things that scientists have discovered that really is critical for aging is something called the Nrf2 pathway. So it's just a pathway that is in every single cell in your body, and it actually signals your cell to make antioxidants. Most of us have heard about antioxidants, right? How many of you are taking antioxidants? We know that they're beneficial for us. They're good for us. They help reduce free radical cell damage. Or the new term is oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is something that damages cells. It just kind of eats them up in a way. And so the way our cell normally addresses oxidative stress is the cell produces antioxidants that eat up all of those free radicals, and then our cell functions optimally, right? Well, as we get older, this Nrf2 pathway doesn't function as effectively. We don't make as many antioxidants. Then we become ill. Our cells get dirty. They get full of gunk. They don't work as effectively. And so what if we could flip a switch in our cells, turn on this pathway, and make it function the way it did when we were in our 20s and 30s. Well, that's what Protandim Nrf2 Synergizer does. It turns on this pathway in our cells. So what's the difference between this and just like taking vitamin C or eating lots of blueberries? Those all have antioxidants in them, right? Well, the difference is you're supplementing. Supplementing is you take something, it works on an antioxidant or it destroys a free radical, one and done. It's done. Versus activation, which is where we are turning on the switch in every cell in our body. So it's like, 1 trillion to 1. And those cells are making antioxidants 24/7. You don't just take one pill or eat some blueberries one time. So it's very powerful. 5 herbs: milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea extract, turmeric, and turmeric. Those are the 5. And, you know, you look at those five herbs, they're all powerful antioxidants in and of themselves. So you might say, well, if I just take all 5 of those, it'll do the same thing, right? No, this is a proprietary blend. It's a special recipe that we actually have patented, so nobody can duplicate it. And what the scientists that invented this have found is that it actually it doesn't just work in and of itself. They work synergistically. They work together, activating this pathway. And that is what helps to increase antioxidants. So most diseases, probably over 80% of diseases, have been linked to oxidative stress. And we are able to say that we can reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 100% of people in 30 days. And that is a very powerful statement. You know, if we could reduce oxidative stress by 40%, I mean, think about how much that can help clean up your cells. And I know for me, I have degenerative disc disease in my low back, and I've had within 3 months so much improvement. I was ready to quit teaching yoga. I mean, I love yoga, but I couldn't do a lot of moves because it hurt my back too much. I couldn't touch my toes anymore. It hurt my back. And when I started taking this, I never thought it would help this, but it did. And so here I am, 61 years old. I'm still teaching yoga. I still love it. You know, it's great. So this was a quote that the Washington State University put out. Washington State University actually did research independent of our company, as well as many other universities and other, like the Anti-Aging Institute, they did research. But this is a powerful quote, potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. I mean, oh my gosh, that is crazy. And when you really look at all of the disease processes potentially that are related to oxidative stress, and if we can reduce oxidative stress, it is very powerful. Now, we have hundreds of different pathways in every cell in our body. So Nrf2 is one pathway. I'm going to have Julie Keel, oh my gosh, Julie Keel talk to us about another pathway, which is protandem Nrf1.
Hi, well, I'm glad that you all joined tonight, and I have been getting kicked off here. So if you lose me, Therese or Farron will take over. So Nrf1 is another pathway in our body, and it is another one that opens up the activation. So if you've heard of your mitochondria produces 95% of your body's energy, and it builds ATP, which that pumps blood to the heart. So that's pretty important in our bodies, that we have blood pumping to our heart. So as the mitochondria decline, it causes us to be tired and sluggish, and we don't have energy, and we're not sleeping very well. So the mitochondria is like the hard drive in our body. We need to reboot it. So we need to restore it. And so by opening up that Nrf1 pathway and building up the mitochondria, we have more energy. And then we have our sleep is improving, and we get that really deep REM sleep. That is what the Nrf1 pathway does. By taking the Nrf1 and Nrf2, they work synergistically together. And so you get a bigger effect from both of those. So I've been taking NRF. I've been taking actually the Vitality Stack that we have for almost 2 years, and I have a lot more energy. I sleep very well at night. So that's just another pathway in our body. So next slide, Therese.
Thank you, Julie.
You're
And
welcome. I'm
now,
going to turn it over to Karen.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Farron, and I'm a Lifevantage distributor. And I'm going to talk to you about a third pathway that Lifevantage is very well known for, and that's called the NAD pathway. So the NAD pathway actually is connected to sirtuins. So what happened was in the early 2000s, there were studies being done in regards to how the sirtuins and NAD were working together, because as we age, that declines over 60%. And so in 2019, Lifevantage came out with the product NAD. So NAD is basically what it does is it's our longevity gene. It supports our healthy vascular system. It also monitors and helps our cholesterol, keeps our cholesterol in check and our levels in check with that. It supports joint health, which is very important. The sirtuin basically is connected with the NAD, and they're basically like a shuttle bus to each other. So the NADs, as they get defunct in a little bit, they go to the sirtuins, and the sirtuins clear them up. And that's how basically how everything functions a little bit better. The nutrients in our sirtuin is made of a couple of products that are also all natural, and they are pathways that basically signal a pathway to over 500 chemical, I'm sorry, it's actually 5,000 chemical reactions to everything going on in your cells as they're sparking off their energy for everything, which makes the sirtuins and the NAD work better together. So with the three products that we've spoken about tonight, the Nrf1 and the Nrf2 and the NAD being the tri-synergized stack, when you take these three together, you increase your sirtuins by 55%, which if you listen to basically the things that I was explaining before, that's pretty important. That's pretty massive, I think, for it to help supply better vascular system, better joint, monitoring our cholesterol levels. And it has many other helps with many other things, being that you take the three, if you take the three together. So I will turn this back over to, am I turning this back over to Therese?
Thank you, Farron. So the tri-synergizer, like Farron said, is just great because you're addressing and you're activating three different pathways in your cells. You're addressing things from different levels, and so the cells are just able to work and function so much more effectively. As I mentioned to you earlier, I'm a nurse, and when I first heard about Lifevantage and Protandim, I was, like, oh, here's another thing, another supplement. I've heard it all, until I started to learn more about this company and about the products. This company has been around since 2003. We are not a new company. We are well established. Our annual revenue is over 250 million annually. In 2005, John Quinones did a story on ABC Primetime. That show was designed to actually debunk different companies when they would make all these claims saying they could, cure cancer or reduce oxidative stress, for example. And so they came to our company and said, hey, you're making all these claims saying this, let's see, we want to we want you to prove it. Well, he did the test, he did the study, and it actually worked. So he was not able to debunk our products. And unfortunately, even in 2005, I mean, there was like a flurry of activity at that time, but it wasn't really enough. It wasn't sustainable because people, you know, we were sold in GNC stores, and people would hold up a bottle and go, well, what does this actually do? It was the Nrf2 that we were selling at that time. And, you know, this little store clerks were like, I don't know, it helps you, you know, they couldn't explain the science. So it wasn't really a good business model for us. And so in 2009, we switched to direct sales, which is what we're in now, network marketing. And our company has since exploded. I mean, we are doing very, very well. We became debt-free in 2020 during COVID, which is amazing. We own our own business. I mean, the building, we own the building in Utah. So we are a very stable, solid company. And one of the things I like the most is that we are actually publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So all of our business dealings are transparent. We have to report income earnings annually. It's not a big, deep, dark secret who's making all the money, you know, who's making the most money in our company. And, you know, you talk about pyramids. Are pyramids a good thing? Well, no, because pyramids are illegal. We are not a pyramid. We are network marketing. We are network marketing, and we help each other all grow together. And you can, I mean, it's not like the top guys make all the money. No, your downline can actually surpass your upline. And we have examples of that actually happening in my downline. So I have just been so impressed with this company. And I want Julie to talk a little bit more about what network marketing is all about.
Well, network marketing, as you can see on the screen, it was $325 billion in sales in 2020. That's all of network marketing. So you've got, you know, Pampered Chef and Mary Kay, all of those together. So it skyrocketed with COVID because everything needed to be ordered online and delivered to the house. So network marketing has taken on a whole new meaning, and it is the trend that people are going to now. And so another thing that I found out is 65% of Americans cannot retire at retirement age. They don't have enough money, and inflation keeps going up. So this is my why as to why I am in with Lifevantage, not just any network company, network marketing, Lifevantage, because they are publicly traded and they have to be transparent on everything. It's a very, you have no overhead. You do not have to keep stock. You have your own private website. You have a team to help you. So it is your own business, but you've got a team for support, for information, for boosting your morale. Will help you every step of the way. Like Trish said, it was debt-free in 2020, and Lifevantage is global. It's not just in the US, it's global. So you know somebody in some other country, you can help them. And that's all it's about. It's sharing information to help others, whether it's with product or whether it's with a business opportunity. Like I said, you have to have a why. Why would I want to do this? Do you need more time? Do you need more money? Do you need more grocery money? That's kind of important nowadays. So Lifevantage is a $500 million company, and they have $20 million on cash reserve. They have the two largest investors, BlackRock and Vanguard. And I know probably everybody's heard of Vanguard. And they are investing in our company. They're big. So if you're into the stock market, which I'm not big in it, but I've heard those names. So why wouldn't you want to do something that is good for your health, good for your family? You're not going to sell anything. You're just going to share the information like we're doing tonight. Just share the information. Let them look at it. Let them look on PubMed.gov, and they'll see for themselves They'll see the science. So you're not selling it, you're just sharing. And it really doesn't matter what others think about you when you say, I'm in network marketing, because we know what the old stigma was on network marketing and it's changed. Besides that, I don't think they pay your bills. So you can do what you want to do with making your family healthy and wealthy. So if you are interested, it's a very low cost to join and get with the person that invited you tonight. And we will get you set up and we'll be behind you all the way. So Therese.
Great. So I just want to thank all of you for taking a minute to tune in and listen. And just like Julie said, we would love to talk to you more about this. We are just basically scratching the surface of what Lifevantage is all about. And so we would love to share more information with you. So get in touch with whoever invited you, and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.